Hello, and thank you for taking the time to learn a little more on how to buy your property. Times have changed. It used to be where you could call a realtor and view any property you wanted. The law has changed where now, in order to view a property, you must have some contract prior to seeing anything. And of course, that's a big commitment. You sometimes call people, we are strangers, really, and you don't know if you're gonna like us. We don't know if we're gonna like you. So what we did here, and to take care of that problem, is to have a contract that will state that we will be showing you those properties and in a time specific, and that way you get to view the property. If you decide that it's a property for you, if you decide that we are a good fit, then we can move forward to a buyer's representation where you could hire us and you will determine how much you pay. Now, what we try is to find you the money, find you the property that you like, and hopefully the seller is willing to either pay the commissions or do the concessions to pay the representation for you. If that's not the case, we have to prepare for that. And those commissions are paid at closing. The first thing is to determine if you're going to be buying cash or going to be financed. If you're going to buy cash, then we still see that if you have the funds, proof of funds. And what we do is represent you, not only finding the property, but making sure all those things that need to happen. It's an orchestra of professionals in the background in order to finish to the deadline. And the object is to get you the property in your terms that are acceptable to you in usually the timeline is 30 to 45 days. If you need to meet with it, which is the first part, if you're not buying cash, is to meet with a lender. Not all the lenders are the same. Not all the products are the same. If you're self-employed, if you have W-2, depends on your goals and where you at, you find a product that fits you. Okay, so you will connect you with the right professional to make sure that they could deliver timely and that they can deliver the product for you and you feel comfortable working with them. Second, at that time we then decide, we have to calculate for our fees to make sure it comes to no surprise and you will have the total amount due at the end of the transaction. Um, this is a big purchase. You don't want to go in by yourself. There's many things that have to be done based on the contract written in a timely manner. If you skip, if you don't do it, if you don't meet the deadline, it is not the job of the realtors to educate you in the contract represented. They're not representing you. They're representing their clients, your customer, and they'll treat you as a customer where they'll give you the due diligence and disclosures that need to be done. But to guide you in to be on top of those documents, that is not their job. So we have seen it already started where people are forfeiting their amounts because to begin they're not even doing it correctly, buying time. They don't know how to buy their time. They don't know what is the percentage that you submit, and it's a learning curve that has to be happening quickly. And not all transactions are the same. It is not just a contract, blah blah blah, and we fill it in. No, there's so many variables behind it, and we as professionals know to look out for those things. So just like a lawyer, just like a doctor, we are specialists in our field, and we make sure that transactions happen for buyers and sellers. I am a specialist in the sellers, so I know what happens in that end. And I also know what it takes to bring a buyer. I represent buyers as well. But it's well for me because I already know what the sellers expect. And it has to be an incentive. Yes, the seller now gets to not pay for the representation, but at the same time, it's going to affect how many people view the property. We try not to do that. We try to show you the property based on your needs, but we need to figure out, okay, if they're not going to cover the commission, you're going to pay me. We're gonna give you the house you want, okay? But you have to keep that as a consideration. It is changing times. It's like that all over the world. We're just catching up, and well, like I said, it's a learning process for a lot of people. to consider now that they have to come up with those funds. Hopefully, banks will let you finance uh, the commissions, but at this point, it's not the case. So we have to either save, pull for a 401k, and have the stash ready that we need in order to be able to buy properties. I hope this has helped you and clarify a little more the buying process.